Hi there. Hello, world. Hello, everyone. Hello, chums. Hello, friends. Hello, enemies. Hello, everyone. Well, I'm still in Copenhagen, and I've just had a glorious morning. I've really enjoyed myself. I went, first of all, and had a beautiful Danish breakfast, which was not one, not two, but three eggs Benedict, which were absolutely lovely. Mind you, one of those eggs was a mistake by the shop, so they insisted on me having it. Oh, it was delicious. I'd like a breakfast like that every day. Anyway, from there, I went and got onto a sightseeing bus, a double-decker sightseeing bus, and I went to see the Little Mermaid. She was a little sad because the tourists will not leave her alone. There must have been 12.5 billion tourists there taking pictures of her, trying to sit on her knee even though she's on the water's edge. She's very small, really. And she tried to look over their shoulder at me and blow me a kiss, but the tourists are ruthless. Oh, mind you, I'm a tourist too, so what am I talking about? Anyway, that was very nice. Then I walked along and had an ice cream, delicious ice cream. And then I got on my sightseeing bus again, and this time I went to the Tivoli Gardens. Wow, they're lovely. They're so beautiful, so unusual. They have various pavilions there, and all of them have a kind of nod towards other cultures, other countries. There's a Chinese pavilion there, very ornate, and it's an auditorium as well. They clearly have Chinese operas there. My God, if you've ever seen a Chinese opera, you know what to expect. I saw one in Hong Kong once, and it went on for 8 hours. Went on a long time. Anyway, there was that, and it's very beautiful. And then there was a lovely auditorium for concerts for the Peacock Theatre. I think the Peacock Theatre are in London, aren't they? Anyway, they've got a theatre there, and they have lovely shows. And then they've got, well, I can't describe them all. They're lovely flower pavilions, and I tried to film as much as I could. I didn't have too long. It's very expensive to go in there, I might add. And also, for the little amount of time that I was there, it is worth it because it's a beautiful place, and it's something you don't forget easily because it's so unusual, and it's got a lovely feeling to it, and children love it. Of course, there's a kind of fairground there, but it isn't an ugly fairground. It's really quite special. I was told by a friend they used to have a flea circus there, but it isn't there anymore. And something, of course, that it spoils everywhere, of course, are cranes. They're doing more building works there, and everywhere you go to, there are building works, building works, building works. Oh dear. And it does spoil one's time in these places. But it was a most lovely morning, and I did enjoy it, and I got on my bus again. I had to change buses. There's a rule in Copenhagen that they will not allow two double-decker buses to be in the city centre at the same time. There has to be 20 minutes in between. So it was either I had to wait for 20 minutes on one bus or rush and get the other bus, which I did, and managed to get back in time to talk to you. What do I think of Copenhagen? I think it's utterly enchanting. And if there's one city on this entire tour that I've been on that I really would like to come back to, I have to say it is Copenhagen. It's an enchanting city. And not only that, the people are so nice. The Danish people are lovely people. They really are. And I hear their queen is very nice, Queen Margareta. So I really did like that, and I should have known. I mean, my friends, the Andersons, the family that I stayed with in Aarhus, in Hulberg, when I first came to on the trip, on the outward journey, I should have known straight away. They were so nice to me. Christine and Anne and dear Benino. And Benino, thank you again for your most recent message. It was so nice. Yes, the Danes are lovely people. And I urge you all to come to Denmark and enjoy the delights of a country. It's a very flat country. It's not spectacular scenery, but it's very pleasant. It's not like Norway, which is so full of the splendors of fjords and hills and mountains, but it has its own natural beauty, undulating hills. It's very flat. Anyway, come here. I don't want too many of you to come here because it's already ruined by tourists. No, it's not ruined. It's just that you really have to, if you're going to go to any country now, you have to string along with a lot of tourists. And that, you remember that ridiculous impersonation I did the other day? I lampooned them. Well, it's true. There they all were holding up their flag, saying who they were. You know, Suzy Wang Chu Chao for the Chinese, and Boris Wuchong or Jaswang for the Russians and the Americans, and Hank, and they were all there. But and plenty of beautiful restaurants. I wish I'd had time to stop and have lunch out, but I think I've eaten so much today, I don't think I can eat a lunch. So I shall go out and have a final evening meal. It'll be my final evening meal, not only in Denmark, but in Scandinavia, because tomorrow morning, bright and early, I leave for Hamburg, where I shall be meeting my friend Anthony. We're going to have a meal together in Hamburg tomorrow night. But it does encourage me because I feel, well, I'm going back into the Eurozone now, of course, but it just means to me that I'm getting just that little bit closer to home. I'm an old softy, aren't I? But I do, I'm getting very tired of the journey now. You try it sometime. It's a long journey, even if you were half my age. But I'm glad I've done it. I'm glad I'm doing it. And I shall do my best to finish it off safely. That's the most important thing. And you know, it's been a great experience for me. It's been a great experience for me. So I won't say anything more now. It's lunchtime. I've told you about the Tivoli and all those things and the various faces. There's a lot of Chinese in Copenhagen, and Chinese restaurants too. Masses of them. I noticed so many of them in Stockholm. I mean, in the hotel alone, the staff alone. I sometimes thought I was in Shanghai. There's so many of them, but I suppose there are good jobs for them. And it's a bit like that here, not quite as many here, but there's quite a few of them. And there are so many different nationalities here, I can't keep up with them. Anyway, we'll have a little chat tonight, and I'll see if there's anything more can happen during the afternoon. Not a lot, because I'm going to have a little snooze now, because it was quite tiring this morning. And I did enjoy it, and I've enjoyed very much this hotel. And may I tell you something, that last night, before I go, last night, you know, the triathlon people, well, they were still coming back at 4 o'clock in the morning, and there were people down there applauding them. Well, I can understand that. I mean, my word, they must have been exhausted. There were a lot of elderly people who were walking, and I thought, well, not many of those are going to reach the finishing line because they'll all be dead. they'll all have heart attacks. But just outside my window, I could hear the applause and wolf whistles and yee, everything, and people applauding. So it went on for quite a time. I wonder who won. Anyway, that's enough of that. I'll see you tonight. And we'll see if we've got anything to talk about. Take care. Love to you all.